practicing here. So I've got two chairs kind of being my trees here. And we will imagine that there's a tree here and I would have square lashed these cross beams to that tree. All right. So the first thing that I'm gonna do for my running lash is I need some rope. So I've got my cross beams square lashed to my trees. And now I need some rope if I guess wrong, and I need more twine. I could always do a square knot to tie another piece on to add some length. So that's something that a square knot is handy for, is attaching two pieces of rope. So if I did this and I hadn't cut this long enough, I could always cut another piece and put a square knot on here to extend my rope longer. So I'm going with this. Now again, I mentioned lashing is a lot easier if you've got a friend. So ideally, if we were doing this with my troop, I would have one person doing a running lash on this side, while my friend would do a running lash on this side. So you find the midway point in the piece of twine that you cut, and you're going to put that midway point behind your cross beam and pull your two ends up. Now you're going to be tying a clove hitch, an X, and the one on bottom is going to go up and around, and then it's going to tuck under. And I've got my clove hitch. Okay, so I've got my clove hitch, I've got my twine here to do my running lash. Normally I would have set another one up here so my friend can do that. So if I was doing a running lash, I could have a friend doing a running lash, and I could have another friend who's going to be putting these boards here and help holding them while we would both lash. And that would help it move a lot faster. So all you're going to do is, this is called a slat. You're going to go over the slat and you're going to make an X underneath and come back up. Okay. And pull it tight. Then you're going to put your next slat right next to that. And you're going to pull your rope down. It's going to go over the slat, go under your cross beam, and you're going to make an X. And then pull your strings back up. Trying to keep it tight. Pull your strings this way. It's easier if you pull them this way, that way it gets out of the way for the new slat. And then you're going to put your next slat right there. So I'm keeping these together. If I wanted to give some distance, I could do that as well. So then I'm gonna have my rope go over the slat, go underneath the cross beam, make an X, and come back up. Then another slat, go over the slat, under the cross beam, and make an X, and back up. So you can see you could get a real rhythm, especially if you had friends helping you. You go underneath, over the cross beam, underneath, over the slat, under the cross beam, and up. So if this was all I was going to do on my table, I would then do a lovely square knot. So, and I've got plenty of rope, as you can see, so I could finish out this whole table with as much that I cut. But I am going to do a square knot and call it done. All right. Now, with these tables, you can also leave gaps in between your cross beams that you could put a trash bag if you're going to use this as a cutting board. And so, just so you can see a little bit that you could put something there. It's an example. And that's pretty much how you do a running lash.